Whoa, man, look at these views, guys. I am in Montana, and man, I tell you, I am just in heaven. Like, this is amazing. Welcome back to the channel. I have some kind of updates on the CP3. Had a lot of people reach out to me about this fuel pump. Like, I used to get a lot of messages about towing and what truck should I get, what RV should I get, and I apologize. I don't get to everybody, and I apologize. I'll try my best to start like getting your emails and maybe doing videos on them, and then hopefully it'll answer a lot of other questions, because I got so many emails about this fuel pump that like I don't even read my emails anymore. There's so much. I get them on Instagram, so it's a lot. But special shout out to Mike Perry. So far, he's the only person that I know personally that has gotten a new fuel pump. I should have had him send me a picture of what it looks like to make sure that it's actually a CP3. I didn't ask him if it was a CP3. I think it was CP3. I don't know. But what is going on with Stellantis? This is the question that I seem to be getting a lot of. Now, should you be concerned about this? I don't know. Maybe you should. I don't know. Maybe not. But I have some things to help you, just in case you are a little concerned. Right now, this is what I've heard. Don't know how true it is, but this is what people have told me. Each dealership is getting 2 CP3 fuel pumps a month. I'm not saying that's accurate. It could be a week. Someone told me it was a month. Now, because those fuel pumps are Bosch fuel pumps, I'm not sure if Ram is the one paying this bill or if Bosch is the one paying this bill. I don't know. But what I do know is this: if you want your fuel pump, you're going to have to do some things right now. That way you can have peace of mind. So let's go over number 1. If you are concerned about your fuel pump, 100% invest in some fuel additive. That's probably not what you want to hear with gas being $6 a gallon, and it's okay, because it is what it is. I've been traveling the United States for almost the last 3 months, I would say. I've driven probably well over, actually I can tell you right now, I've driven 6,000 miles so far. And do the math at about 9.5 miles a gallon, you'll get my point. I'm a little concerned too, but what I do so I don't have to worry about my CP4 is I add a fuel additive 100% of the time. I don't care if the diesel I'm getting is good, I still add it. I switched from Diesel Clean to Hot Shot Secrets at you guys' recommendation, and I'm so happy. I'm getting 19.9 at 21 miles driven. I just got diesel back there. Before this tank, I got 19.4. And maybe it's because I'm in a different state. Maybe the higher elevation, the high compression, all this engineering crap that I don't understand. Maybe it all works together in unison to get better fuel economy, but I've never gotten this ever on my truck. Maybe I'm just, you know what it is probably? It's probably that it's so expensive that I've gotten a lot better with driving. Maybe that's what it is. But be that as it may, if you are concerned about your CP4 exploding before you get your CP3, all you have to do is just run fuel additive. The reason why the CP4 has issues is because of the standards that they use here in America. The diesel that they get in Europe is a lot more refined, I think, but it's better diesel is what I can tell you. It's better diesel, and therefore the CP4 is reliable. But if you're concerned, 100% diesel fuel additive. Number 2, same thing. Be very mindful where you're getting your diesel from. Don't go to some rinky-dink diesel place because it's 6 cents cheaper than the place down the street. I get number 2 diesel, either a 50 cetane or higher, or if it's a top tier gas station, I'll even go there, because sometimes, typically, they will definitely have better diesel fuel there because they have a different standards for the gas. Now, sometimes it may be different for the diesel, but if that's not the case, if you don't have any of that around you, then make sure you go to a place where you know they're turning the diesel pretty frequently. Typically at truck stops, where I'm at in Maryland, where I lived at, I don't know if I'm going to go back there, but they had Southern States, which had a 50 cetane or higher diesel. So that's what I put in my truck all the time. And I really don't believe I'll ever have an issue with my CP4, but hey, if there's a recall, I'm definitely going to be a part of it. So, I mean, this diesel additive is expensive. It's probably cost me maybe $50 to $60 a month at this point. And to be completely honest with you, I feel as though, you know, right now, I haven't heard of a lot of people having issues. I think that most of the CP4 issues were just certain trucks, maybe in certain areas. I would love to see a geographical map of where all the issues are happening with the CP4s, because I almost wonder if there's a certain region that had more issues than another one. I don't know, maybe I could be dead wrong. Maybe they were just sporadically happening, and most people have them because of they just don't care where they get the diesel from, or maybe they just had a bad CP4. Could be that too. But if you're concerned, number one, diesel fuel additive. Number two, be mindful where you get your diesel from. Number three, if you're concerned about the CP4, you need to get a good relationship with your dealer. What I mean by that is, if you're concerned about, you know, getting in line, you want to make sure your dealer is actually doing their due diligence on getting well versed with this recall. This recall is not like every other recall, so it's going to take more time. If it's true that dealerships are getting 2 CP3 pumps a month, you want to make sure that your dealer knows that, and that they're doing everything in their power to make sure they get the CP3 pump in for your truck. So I would definitely do some research on this and really stay on top of your dealer. Now, if you find that your dealer has no clue and they don't know what a CP3 is, that's okay. Call the next dealership. If you have to drive 200 miles to get your CP3 fuel pump, I'd do it. I'd call around. I would spend 2 hours in a day, call service departments, ask to see if they have a clue of what's going on with this fuel pump, and see if you can get in line. Because if you're that concerned, you'll do everything you can to get a new one, right? Or you can just go with my first point or my second point. That'll help you too. But I really do believe that if you do your due diligence, wow, these mileage are amazing. Holy crap. Let me switch cameras. I gotta show this to you. Hold on one second, hold on. I mean, come on. Like, this is just, I'm 34 years old. I have never seen anything like this before in my life. I mean, it's just insane out here. And if you think I was lying about that fuel, look at that. That's 35s in the level, baby. Sorry about that. I get in my feelings sometimes, but nevertheless, I think that the fuel pump issue is pretty much done. I haven't heard of anyone having any more failures, so that's good. And the good news is, because I'm not going to get mine done probably until the end of this year, or unless they roll out a bunch of them where they can just start calling everybody in to get them fixed, I'll be your guinea pig for a little bit longer. But I'm enjoying my truck. I haven't had any issues with this thing. I mean, the 35s now have 6,000 miles on them, and for the most part, they're quiet. Like, oh man, the ride is so much better. If you don't know, I went from a 295/60, which is like a 34 by 11.5, to a 295/65, which is a 35 by 11.5. And so it's a little bit taller. It's like 35 point something inches, and it's actually a little bit taller. I think I said that right. Did I say taller? It's 35 point something inches taller than the 35 by 11.5 or 35 by 12.5. So if you want a little bit taller tire, a little bit more sidewall, that's how you get it on your truck. And it doesn't rub. I mean, I did a level, and it's like an inch. I think it was an inch and a quarter, or inch 1.75, inch and 3/4 maybe. I can't remember now. It's not that big. It's really not that big at all. But it's just a cheapo level, and the truck ride's great. My seat doesn't shake. Remember back in the day, my seat would shake like it was about to fall off. It was because whoever was working on my truck at the time did not know what they were doing, and I had a master tech do my balancing this time, and man, my truck rides like a dream. It's the best. I don't need anything else with my level. I don't need any stabilizers. I don't need nothing. My truck rides amazing. I don't need any shocks, nothing. The only negative thing I'll say is it does clunk a lot more. I'll be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you, it does clunk. So that might bother some people, but I don't take this truck off-road. It really was just for aesthetics. But the CP4 pump is not as bad as people make it out to be. It's just you have to keep it lubricated. And I'm telling you, Hot Shot Secret is my new favorite diesel additive. They're not paying me to say that. I'm just being honest here. They're not paying me. And as soon as I start, I'm getting 20.1 mpg now. I'm only going 50. What's the speed limit actually? Let me get up to, even when I'm going like 65, 70, I'm gonna get up to 65. Here, I'll get up to 65, and I'm telling you, when I get to my destination, I'll be at 19 something. Like this truck is doing so much better. But man, these views are so amazing, and I'm gonna let you guys go because I want to enjoy. So, peace out.